What is good, guys? It's your boy Ray J back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about Tesla. I'm going to go over the overall technical analysis of Tesla and the price movements. I'm going to talk about what the mainstream media is saying about Tesla as well before I give you guys my stock price prediction for the near-term future for Tesla. I'm also going to be doing the exact same thing about NEO, but before I get started, I do have to mention that I'm not a financial legal or taxation expert, so do not take this as financial legal or taxation advice. And also, if you can, please smash that like button if you want to see more videos like this, not just me, but the entire community as a whole. With all that said and done and out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So overall, Tesla was in the red today, but it was just slightly in the red, down 0.12%. It closed at $780.59. And I did mention that if Tesla were to have a red day, it would have support around the $770 range. I also mentioned that I did predict Tesla to close at $785 a share, and I was off by about $5, but there was an abnormality that caused Tesla to drop just slightly, but it didn't have a massive effect on Tesla's share price. It did affect it, and I'm going to get on with why Tesla's down. But before I do that, let's look at a Bollinger standpoint. So looking at this Bollinger right over here, we can see that from the 1 day, 1 minute chart, Tesla had this run up to $779 a share, and it just reversed right after that. It did touch the lower band multiple times, and that's not too bad because there was quite a bit of volatility towards the very end. It almost looks like Tesla had that downward pressure accompanied by a lot of people buying it and buying it and buying it, and just causing this big fluctuation right over here towards the very end. And that typically doesn't happen as much to Tesla. It was a little bit odd, but it did close a little bit lower than the overall mean price, which is a key indicator that Tesla did have that downward momentum. So yeah, there was downward momentum, but that does not mean I don't believe in Tesla. The RSI does show that it had those moments of strength every now and then. And I think those were accompanied by the reversals, especially when Tesla would drop as low as $774. But that's just still fine in my eyes. It wasn't really a horrible day, but it was in the red, and I can explain why it's in the red. Basically, the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that it was noted that Tesla is building a Model Y bodies from single front and rear castings. And that's the first time manufacturers have done that. They're improving their manufacturing process for their Model Y, and that's absolutely awesome for Tesla, but it hasn't really affected the share price overall. But you can see this picture right over here. It basically shows that, I believe this was from the Texas Gigafactory, and it shows the casting. It's a new form of casting that they're going to be building it from the underbodies as well, and it requires less parts, which makes the cars more simple, and it could possibly even save money, but I can't confirm that. But based off what I've seen and what I presume, I believe that this is going to be beneficial for the company. The Model 3, the rear body used 70 parts of metal. The Model Y rear body now uses two pieces of metal, eventually a single piece. So they're basically trying to simplify their cars to maybe improve the pace of manufacturing, and I think that's going to be absolutely awesome for the company. And look, that's a good piece of news, but there was some bad news that did happen, and that's the fact that a Tesla has been ordered to pay $137 million to an ex-worker over a bad environment. I'm not going to say the word or why that happened for the YouTube algorithm, but what I will tell you is that there was a man that was working for Tesla, and he claimed that every single day he had problems. It makes me sad to think about it and talk about it. There was emotional distress and punitive damages that happened to him. It's very sad that that happened. And look, I don't want you guys to have the wrong like idea here. Okay, this man, his name was Owen Diaz. He basically stated that he was working at Tesla. He was hired by Elon Musk, and he worked as a staffing agency in 2015 is how he was hired, and he ended up facing lots and lots of issues. People told him to go back to a certain country. They they threw very mean things to him. It's very sad that he made that claim and he ended up winning in court. And Tesla has been ordered to basically pay as a form of compensation, and they lost their case. It's a little sad. And the thing is, do not attack Elon Musk or Tesla for this, because Tesla does have to hold responsibility, but Tesla's still a great company. Tesla is not necessarily, you know, what I'm trying to imply here. They're not like that, because the large majority of people at Tesla are from all over the world, okay? Elon Musk is not like that either, guys. He he's an innovator. He will hire people that he believes are amazing, and Tesla has hired a lot of great people out there, okay? So when you see Tesla in the red the way it is, Sure, the news made Tesla look really bad. That probably did play a role in Tesla having this downward trend, sure. But that doesn't mean you should hate on people like Elon Musk or anything else like that. I mean, Elon Musk obviously was not happy about that, and he's definitely I've never seen him be like that. He's not that type of person. So I don't really want people to have the bad idea, but we have to also face the uncomfortable truth, and that is the fact that things like this may happen. They can happen to a lot of companies. And when they do happen, the company has merit. The company obviously has title over what's happening. There are going to be damages. So when the damages come, there are going to be issues, but this is definitely an opportunity for Tesla to improve and grow, and for their employees to maybe learn from their mistake. So I'm not going to make a claim and say I'm 100% confident that it actually happened, because it involves courts. But at the same time, guys, if it does happen, it's something that should be condemned. And I know Elon Musk has condemned it. It's something we don't like. So this was all over the news, all over headlines, and yeah, I mean, it was bad news. There were other pieces of good news that came out, such as Morgan Stanley stating that how Tesla found chips to break delivery records, and that's once again part of their delivery numbers. How they sold over 240,000 cars. They delivered that many cars in just the last quarter. So Elon Musk did thank the Tesla suppliers as well for providing them the critical parts they needed, and that played a big role. So Tesla was doing quite well just over there, despite the global chip shortage. They were doing well. They were killing it. I mean, at the rates they were going, they could sell almost a million or deliver almost a million per year at that rate. Now, it must also be noted that a Tesla Model 3 crash brings out the real car expert, and basically the media is exaggerating once again about the crash, this and that. But I I kid you guys not, they're relatively safe cars. We don't need to go anywhere like that. But accidents do happen. It's just that if you look at how many Teslas are on the road and you ask yourself how many accidents happen per car, then compare that to when you have a human driver. There's obviously a huge discrepancy. They're still relatively safe cars, so do not let these pieces of, these articles or these pieces of data discourage you from believing in Tesla. For my stock price prediction, I think Tesla should close tomorrow at around $785 once again. It does have a bit of resistance over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's around that range, 780 to 785. And I do think it's going to take a little bit of time to recover from what just happened. So I am still confident that Tesla could be in the green, because you can see this run up that happened right over here as indicated by the RSI. But I do think we're going to have a green day tomorrow once again, but I can't be 100% certain, as there are alternative factors that are not necessarily always in Tesla's control that can bring the price a little bit down. But hey, it's a-okay, because in the long term, in the upcoming weeks, I do think Tesla is going to break 800. I do think that we're going to break 1,000 by early next year, and I do think we're going to break 3,000 within a couple of years. As for Neo, I think that Neo was in the green just as we had predicted. I did think Neo would be around $34 though in my previous video, and I did think that in the near term future it could come as high as 36. But I did think Neo would be at 34 today. It did end up at $33.87. So I wasn't that far off. I was close to the level of resistance, and it closed at $33.87, up 1.41% for the day. Let's go, guys. Neo was in the green. From Bollinger's standpoint, it looked pretty decent. It hit the upper band for the majority of the time with the upward pressure. And for its RSI, it did have quite a bit of strength as it would go down, which shows Neo was doing well. It's strong and it's gaining the support it needs. And there was good consolidation here. We could see there was quite a bit of consolidation at this range, which shows that Neo is getting ready and getting more comfortable in the low 30s. Why? Because it's getting ready for to stair step its way up, especially towards the end of this year. But for what I see, guys, there weren't many big pieces of news that came out other than the fact that Neo absolutely crushed it on their delivery data. We saw that uh, they sold literally 10,628 vehicles globally in September of 2021. That's absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud of NIO for that. And don't forget, they also delivered 24,439 vehicles in the past 3 months, ending on September 2021, a 100.2% increase year over year. So NIO is doing well. They're fantastic. They're up and coming. So I'm still super bullish. Tomorrow, I do think that tomorrow could be either a red day or a green day, but it probably could be a little bit in the green. I would say the $34 level of resistance is going to be tested. And If anything, I am still very bullish for the long term. I do think Neo is going to break $100 by next year, and I do think that I'm super bullish. But once again, it's just in the long term. So I'm super bullish for Tesla and Neo. They are the futures, but it's going to require time. With that said and done, guys, thank you so much for listening. I really hope everyone stays well, stays strong, and we never ever quit on what we believe in. Never give up, guys. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, and keep on pushing forward. Thank you, and peace out.